Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I will just be continuing from the topic from last week. There was 3 points already mentioned regarding this person who was kind of asking for advice, and in his advice he made some complaints regarding his relationship with his own wife. And if you remember, the first point advice was given that, you have said that she doesn't feel for you, she doesn't share the happiness or your grievances, she does not share with you. So the Shaykh advised him that, look, there are people who express themselves in different ways. Some people are very open in expressing themselves. They will beat the drum to express themselves. They will maybe if some happiness touches them, or if they are upset with something, they will maybe one day they will kind of contact maybe 100 people to let them know what's happened to them. And some people are very delicate in their expression. Sometimes they can't, and there's sometimes people who want to express, but they are unable to express themselves properly. And sometimes there are brothers, there are sisters, there are husbands, there are wives, there are children, who deep inside their heart, they bury their own feelings. A wife may not be in that position to openly express herself towards you. Sometimes vice versa. The husband may not feel comfortable to express his own sorrow, to express his own happiness, the way he should relate to the wife in that manner. So the point being made is that it's a misunderstanding that you are complaining in a way that your wife does not have any affection towards you. This is not right. The way of expression may be different, and you need to understand that. That was the first point. If you remember, he said, when I come home, I don't get the grand welcoming. I don't get the grand welcoming, the VIP treatment which I used to get in the early days of my marriage. So the advice was that you need to reflect a little upon her condition as well. You remember he said it's been 7 years of marriage. So 7 years of marriage, you've got a couple of children now, which she looks after. She cleans the house, she does the laundry, she cleans the bathrooms, she washes your clothes, she makes sure that everything is on time, she cooks your food on time, she makes sure that that food is according to your taste. She's doing, it's an endless list. So, without taking all that into consideration, you're getting upset on a little matter, which is that when you come home, she didn't welcome you. What about all the duties she's been doing right from the morning she woke up, right till the evening when you come back, you come back home from work. Why aren't you taking this into consideration? Why aren't you taking this into consideration? The Sheikh says it might be a good idea that couple of days you take the charge of the household chores, and you will see that this fragile, this delicate creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the wife, how much responsibility and how much hard work she is doing for you. And through experience, if you send your wife away to Pakistan, if you've got in-laws in Pakistan and send her away for 4, 5, 6 weeks, this is through experience, I'm telling you. You will see just how difficult it is to run a house. How difficult it is. Either you drink a cup of tea and you put it on the table, it will stay there until you pick it up yourself and wash it. And this is like whole house, couple of children eating from breakfast, lunchtime, evening meal, and in between meals, wearing iron clothes whenever they want, opening the wardrobe and getting the clothes, taking the clothes out. Everything's there on time. So the advice given is, why don't you take charge of the house for a couple of days or a week or so? You will find out how it changes the mood, how it changes the behavior. You have to be in one routine from right till the morning till the evening. You're complaining of a little matter that you've just come home from work and you're saying that she didn't smile at you. So that was the second point. If you remember, he used the word machine. She works like I feel that she works like a machine day and night. The Sheikh has reversed this and said, it seems that your heart is like a machine. You don't have any appreciation for her. You're like a machine. You don't have a heart. It's you that's like a machine. And he advised him that if all the duties which she does for you from the morning till before she goes to bed, for all this duty, if you were to have all 4 people, a cook, a cleaner, a wet nurse for your children, a guard to safeguard your house, it makes at least 4. If you were to have all these different people to look after all these duties and pay them, plus still your house wouldn't run in the same manner as this delicate, fragile creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is running in your house. The 4th point which he made was that it's been 7 years of marriage. Now, the Sheikh says, yes, it has been 7 years. It's true. What you mentioned is right. But I wish that in those 7 years you would have lowered your high expectations and try to understand the reality of marriage. And until you come down from that high horse of expectations down, not 7 years, another 7 years or 14 years will pass and you will stay the same in the same position. In the same position, what? In the position of not appreciating. इसको हम उर्दू में कहते हैं नाशुक्री, not appreciation means nashukri, not being thankful, not being appreciative. And if you are not thankful to the creation, you are not going to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are not being thankful to the creation, you can never be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he also indicated in his complaint that, the wife, when he tries to talk to the wife, she shows him the way of getting a second marriage. God, get yourself a second wife. I'm not good enough for you. Shariah has given you the permission. You've got a solution. The Shaykh advises him that regardless of how many marriages you contract, until you lower your expectations, you are never going to be happy. You can take a second wife, you can take a third wife, you can take a fourth wife. But your position is going to remain the same with all of them. Because your expectations are too high. It's beyond what you can expect from the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will never find peace and contentment. And right at the end, if you remember, he said, Shaykh, give me a wazifa, something to eat. Or give me a taweez, which I can wear or give it to my wife, and all these problems then disappear. He's been advised, you don't need a taweez, you don't need a wazifa. What you do need is spend some quality time in the presence of pious people. You need to spend some quality time with those learned people, or shuyukh, those people who can maybe drill some sense into you. This is what you need. Okay. So this is these are the advices which were given to this. So what we need to remember is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one relationship that a husband has with his wife is of obviously the husband and wife relationship. There is a second relationship, which is that she is the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am a Muslim and she is a Muslimah. I am a Muslim, she is a Muslimah. And we don't know that whose Islam between us two is more acceptable in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who knows? She might be more pious than the husband. Her du'as are more accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Her ibadat, her worships, her tahajjud, her Quran, her dhikr, her tilawat, her durood sharif is more accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than the worship I am doing. So the relationship is twofold. One is your relationship as a husband and wife. The second, remember that she is the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She is a Muslim. She has got Iman. So do not consider her as insignificant, and never ever try to degrade her because she has got Iman inside her. She's got the Iman inside her heart. She is a believer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She is from the she is the Ummatiyah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the relationship is twofold. We always kind to remember, she is my wife. She is your wife, first she is a Muslim. She is a believer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She is a believer of the Quran. She is from the Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Never ever think of degrading her. There are two qualities which are being mentioned in the Quran regarding a Muslim female. Very important qualities. The one is Al-Muhsanat with sword, not sin. Al-Muhsanat, Al-Ghafilat. Al-Muhsanat means they are pure. Purity, chastity. इसको उर्दू में हम कहते हैं इफ़्फ़त, पाकबाज ख़वातीन. In one of the tafsir of a sheikh I was reading, he mentions that some, mashallah, and this goes to a lot of our household women, alhamdulillah, our Muslim mothers, sisters, daughters, relates to them. He says that, alhamdulillah, Muslim women are so pure in safeguarding their chastity, their purity, their dignity, that they may have spent all their life with a husband in a relationship and never ever another man crosses their mind. Not even waswasa. Never ever. How pure these women are. And if you take it vice versa, it's a very bad situation for men. It's very bad. The amount of waswasa the male goes through the male's brain and head. We have to keep on doing istighfar for ourselves. Some things I don't want to go into detail, I just kind of touch them. Alhamdulillah. So it's very, very different between the male and the female thinking. So the Quran says these women are al-muhsanat. And the detail of this is that sometimes in a relationship with a halal relationship with a husband, 40, 50, 60 years they stayed as a wife, it never ever crosses their mind, or never crosses their mind of having a relationship with another man. The first relationship and the end relationship stays with the own husband. The loyalty is amazing. The loyalty is amazing. It's beyond the description of, I cannot describe this in words. The loyalty is being given to the husbands. That's the first quality. The second is al-ghafilat. Quran mentions another quality of mu'minat, which is al-ghafilat. I hope I can explain this better to you. If I was to do a translation of ghafilat, it would mean naivety. Naivety. understand? If we call somebody is very naive, the person is very naive. Sometimes in a common language, in our Urdu language, we call it bada bewakoof. Call it that. It's naivety. Naivety is the right word. Bewakoof is not the right word. So Quran says that these Muslim women, the quality, another quality they have is that naivety. It doesn't mean that they're not intelligent. No. It means that you Muslim men, you as male, you might have more connections, and due to more connections, you may have more understanding of many things which the wives may not have, because it's not their sphere of life. It's nothing to do with them. So they are kind of naive from so many things which you understand. And because of this lack of understanding between you and her, you disregard her. You degrade her. And you think of her as being less superior than yourself. You say, you don't even know this? Come on, everybody knows this. Why don't you know it? This is her quality. Al-Ghafilat, naivety is her quality. You should be praising her for this quality because it's mentioned in the Quran. Don't expect her to be at the same level of understanding everything which you may understand. Sometimes there is a difference of understanding. Sometimes she may understand something which you don't understand. And then you should try to understand her perspective as well. Don't try to dominate your perspectives all the time, because you are only a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are not perfect. You are not perfect, she is not perfect. So it's both imperfect people. What you need to understand, or what we need to understand, all of us, is that we are not perfect. We are human beings. She will make mistakes, and so will the husband make mistakes. And these mistakes should be understood in this regard that خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ ضَعِيفًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created this human being as very weak in every aspect. In understanding, in seeing, in hearing, in thinking. You're weak. You've been created weak. So this understanding needs to develop. But sometimes, if the temperaments don't match, straight away, some people, naive people, or lack of understanding of those people, they straight away jump to the conclusion, this marriage is over. This marriage is over. What happened? Every time she puts more chilies in my food. These things are reality. There's no joke. I don't sit here and tell you jokes. No. These are things which I've heard. My marriage is over. Why, brother? What happened? I've told her so many times. She's put too much salt in my. What's wrong with you? So temperaments clash. And when the temperaments clash, he straight away jumps to the conclusion of talaq. So there's some things which we need to understand coming to straight away in our minds. The first one is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave this lady in my nikah, in my marriage. She has come with the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And she has left everything for me. You know, when we come for the nikah ceremony, when we all at nikah, many of us got married. We go back to those days we got married. The imams all ask you, brother so and so, do you accept this lady name, her father's name, according to the meher? Do you accept her in your nikah? You said, I accept her. Or you said, Maine Kabul. Or you said one word, Maine Kabul. Because of you said, Maine Kabul kiya, this young girl who was 19, 20, 21, she's left her beloved parents, love of the father, love of the mother, love of her brothers, sisters, where she grew up as a young girl, left her emotions, left the house she grew up into. Everything she said, Khudafiz, everything to everything, and she's come with a strange man to live all our life, whom she doesn't even know, and the one who has said that she's come. And what does she get? In return, bad attitude. Being rebuked day, afternoon and night. Those petty things, petty matters. Let's think of this in another way. If mine and yours daughter, your daughter, 19, 20 years old, we marry our daughter to this person. She's not very handsome, she's not very beautiful, she doesn't have all the skills. The son-in-law, in comparison to the daughter, is very handsome, very skillful, very professional person. And he takes the hand of my and yours daughter and keeps her happy for all her life. Will we not appreciate that son-in-law? Of course we will. We will say, he's a farishta. He's an angel for my daughter. He's an angel for my daughter. If Allah ke wali hai. I know my daughter. Look at my son-in-law. He spent all his life, kept her happy. Never ever she's complained. She's so happy. Mine and yours wives, are they not daughters of anybody? Or they belong to a family? Do they not have a father? Do they not have a mother? Do they not have brothers and sisters? So this appreciation. There's two stories I wanted to mention. There's no time left, inshallah. This topic is still ongoing, inshallah. So next week, inshallah, I mentioned in regards to this what I just mentioned. These two stories of two saints of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Two saints to Ali. The story is not too far away, not going too back, but very, very stories which can give us a lot of advice in our day-to-day life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the few announcements for this. We have some items as lost property in our possession. So anyone who has lost anything, please contact our brother Yasser here in the masjid, and then inshallah we can obtain those lost items. We do have, as you know, when you enter the masjid, a notice board. So all the relevant, important announcements are always on the board. So please do have a habit of just looking at the what's being said on there. Sometimes something is very important. Thirdly, in Alia Masjid, there is a program called Night with the Ulama Scholars. This program is next Friday, 20th December, from Isha till Fajr. So this is from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Many guest speakers are going to attend there. There is going to be a question and answer session with Mufti Abdul Qadir Sahab. This program is for brothers only. The last important announcement, I did make this announcement last week, the Sunday which is 22nd of December, not this Sunday but the one after, our children of Brother Sahab MAKKI Masjid are just going to perform a little display of the Quran and many other things they are going to relate to you in the Masjid Hall. So all brothers and sisters, especially the parents, are invited to come here. Families, mashallah, sisters, want to join in and encourage our children.